Hey guys, it's Mia.
And Juju.
And welcome to
It's Her Time podcast.
We're the women of the world. We're basketball girls. We're the women of the world. We're basketball girls. What time is it? I said, what time is it? Yeah, what time is it? I said, what time is it? It's her time. We're the women of the world.
I know we both come from more like suburban, like higher class areas, like where money's a big thing, friends are a big thing. So like your friend group situation, like how do you deal with like your friends or like that social class?
Okay, so like I know friends, they really like push stuff on you and they're really influential on your decisions. And I remember like I love my friend group now and it's just like a little small friend group, but I feel like when it's bigger, it's hard because everyone like it's all about the drama. They all like talk about each other behind their backs. And I remember I had this like friend group in middle school. Like we have no bad blood now, but when we were younger, it definitely like I don't think I'll ever forget it. And I have it like in my notes app about like all the times they were mean to me. Yeah, because I was so like upset with them and angry with myself, and there were just multiple instances where they made me feel like not like worthless, but like they didn't like your best friend shouldn't be talking to you like that. My old friend group used to like strip out all of my confidence because they always talked about my body and like I'm confident in my body, so like I didn't really have a problem with it. But I feel like if it was another girl who was like more insecure, like I don't know, I really don't know how I like kept through because we used to be friends. We were friends from like elementary school to middle school, like the end of middle school.
Mm-hmm.
So whenever like they were talking about my body, I'm like, why are you saying this? And I know partially maybe in like my mind I was like maybe I'm like going like being a bit too extreme about like how rude they were, but like when I was younger I was kind of dramatic, but I knew when something was wrong and when something was right and what they were doing was wrong.
I think females with our generation, like jealousy is like a huge thing. So like you talking about like your body, like just that being like jealous, but like my mom always says, like if you don't have haters, then like if you have haters, like you're doing something right. So obviously like them talking about your body, like they care enough to talk about that. Like it's like, why are you talking about that? It doesn't
worry
really
about
matter.
yourself, please.
I think having money too is a big thing with friend groups. Like if you don't have enough money for
because they go out all the time, like they're going to dinner after dinner, and like I can't afford all of this, especially I can only ask my parents for money so much times before they get like snappy at me, like pay with it for your like with your own money. That's why like partially I got a job, so I didn't have to ask them for money all the time.
Yeah, because like everyone that has money, like they're not always flaunting it, but like they're in that group that's like, all right.
Yeah, and they're like hauls, like I got this from Lululemon. I'm like, how do you like imagine how much money you could spend like doing like more productive stuff?
I know. And it's like you're just trying to flaunt all this, but like I don't care much. Like I'm really like I don't care what you do. I don't care how much money you have. Like I don't need everyone to like me. I hate me, don't like me, like me. I don't care. That doesn't affect me. Like I'm not the closest friends with people, but like if you come up to me, I can hold a conversation, but I'm not going to like go run my mouth and talk about you after that. I don't know. All right, guys, welcome to Full Court Press. This is our favorite segment where we ask each other a series of questions, and if you don't answer within seconds,
then we have to eat an olive.
Oh my god, I'm gonna throw up. I hate olives so much. I know,
just the color of them. Like, why are they green and why are they like filled like red in the middle?
What is that thing in the middle? What is that?
I don't want to find out.
I'm one of the most pickiest eaters, I swear to God, and that like doesn't even look appetizing.
I know, and if I get like a whiff of it as it's going in my mouth,
oh my god,
I'm gonna
throw up. I like seriously might have to like jump out of here.
No, okay.
Okay.
So let's start, I guess. Okay.
Who are you closer with, your brother or your sister?
Sister.
Who is harder on you, your mom or your dad?
Mom.
Who's better, Caitlin Clark or Angel Reese?
Caitlin Clark.
Who's prettier, Angel Reese or Angel Wilson?
Angel Reese.
Who's better at basketball, Mia or Juju?
Juju.
Who would win in a one-on-one, Mia or Juju?
Probably Mia.
Who's better, Steph Curry or LeBron James?
Steph Curry.
What's better, dogs or cats?
Dogs.
Who's the most attractive kid in your school?
I'm not answering that.
Okay, well then you need to eat that olive right there. Oh Oh my god, I don't think I can look at you.
Oh no, I genuinely don't. Okay.
Oh my god, my stomach's like going.
I need a towel.
Oh yeah, we need a paper towel. Just eat it.
Okay, guys, are you ready? Why does it look like that?
Yeah.
Okay.
Here you go. Spit it out on that thing. Ew, ew. Oh my god, you might need juice after that, I'm not gonna lie. Is it like sour? Alright.
It's salty.
Back to the questions. If you're stuck on an island for life and can choose one person to take, who would it be?
Oh, my sister.
Best looking guy on Love Island.
Rob.
Most annoying girl on Love Island.
Andrea or Liv.
Most annoying thing about guys in high school.
How immature they are.
Most annoying things about girls in high school.
How they start drama about stupid stuff.
Best thing about your parents.
They give me money. No, they're loving.
Most annoying thing about your parents.
When they like breathe too loud.
What triggers you?
Mouth sounds.
Who looks better, Elijah Guillory or Scoop Smith?
Elijah Guillory, by far.
Okay.
All right, guys. So you watched me suffer. Now it's time for me to suffer. Are you ready?
Yeah, I'm ready.
Who are you closer with, your brother or sister?
Brother.
Who was harder on you, your mom or dad?
Mom.
Okay. Who was better, Caitlin Clark or Angel Reese?
Angel Reese.
Really? Okay. Who was prettier, Angel Reese or Asia Wilson?
Asia Wilson.
Who's better at basketball, Mia or Juju?
Mia.
Who would win in a one-on-one, Mia or Juju?
Mia.
Who is better, Steph Curry or LeBron James?
LeBron James.
What is better, dogs or cats?
Dogs.
You're stuck on an island for life, and you can only choose one person to take. Who would it be?
My mom.
Okay. Best looking guy on Love Island?
Rob.
Most annoying girl on Love Island?
Hannah.
Oh, that's
She
true.
was horrible.
Most annoying thing about guys in high school?
Lying.
Who's the better coach, Eddie Ben or Jamal Woodson?
Oh my god, I know Coach Eddie's gonna be watching this, and Jamal's right there. Oh.
Looks like it's the olive for you. Oh my god.
I can't do this.
Oh my god.
Why is it so salty?
Okay. We have
And why was it soft and then it just like
you went back for like round two. Okay.
Oh.
Okay, you have 4 more questions.
Still in me.
Okay, we're zooming. What's the most annoying thing about girls in high school?
Fakeness.
Yep. Best thing about your parents?
They let me spend money on me.
Most annoying thing about your parents?
I'm always getting yelled at.
What's like your biggest pet peeve?
Like loud noises that shouldn't be loud when it's quiet.
Yeah. And who looks better, Elijah Guillory or Scoop Smith?
Scoop Smith for sure. Yes.
Dang, okay. Well,
Oh,
you guys watched us both suffer.
Yeah,
I
that was
hope you
not
guys
good.
enjoyed it.
I'm not trying to do that again.
No, thank you. So do you have a TV show that you're watching right now that's like really popular?
Love Island for sure.
Bro, I'm watching that too. I think I'm the 10th or 11th episode. It's really good so far. There's so much drama.
I know, it's a show that like where you go on to like find love and like you couple up with different people just to there's different challenges that like make you want to not couple up with them to see whose connection is the strongest.
I know. So like what's like one of the reasons, because I've seen so much of this on TikTok, like reasons why I wouldn't go on Love Island or like I wouldn't be able to survive. So like what's one reason?
I have like obsessive and like attachment issues, so I feel like if I start to like someone like a lot, like I'm going to like be mad, like any little thing that they do is gonna bother me. So like I think when we do the challenges and it's like, okay, you have to kiss everyone else and rank them, like if you didn't rank me the highest, I'd be like, that would irritate me and like piss me off.
No, because there was that one episode where they all had to like, there was like, because I don't, how many guys and girls are there? Like 6 guys,
I think
6 girls?
6, yeah. 6.
Okay, so there's this one challenge and there's like 6 guys and 6 girls, and like 6 girls say they have headphones on and blindfold so they don't know who's kissing them, and then they had to like make out with all of them, like one girl with all the 6 guys, and then they have to like, the guys have to like rate the kisses. And like I don't think I could do that because like how do you, like, first of all, you don't know anybody, how are you supposed to have like just a full out like make out session?
I think it's cool though going in and like making all the connections with everyone, but then like how do you discover like which connection like you like most? Because obviously like there's people on there that are like they want this, that, and that, like they want everyone. It's like, no, you can't want him, like he's mine.
Know. How do you like sleep in a bed with someone like literally like the day of?
I know.
And you couple up.
But I would love to go on the show and be the hot new bombshell that would enter the villa. Like I feel like that would feel so good. Like
the confidence,
you're just walking in.
Yes.
I know.
And then like everyone just like looking at you like, oh, is so intimidated by you.
Yeah, like everyone's like, oh no, like she's coming in, like is she trying to take my man? Because obviously you go in knowing who you're gonna go after.
Okay, so now it's time for Juju's rant of the day. Something I can't stand is like mouth sounds. Like I swear I have like misophonia or something, because if my parents are in my room or like just like in the kitchen eating and I hear their mouth and they're chewing and they're breathing so loud, I want to like either punch them or just like scream. But obviously I can't do that because it's like so natural for them. So if I yell at them, they're gonna yell at me like, I can't help it, blah 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 blah. And it always happens at in hotels, at tournaments, because my dad sleeps with like a snoring machine because he snores so much. And even though he sleeps with it and you can't hear his snoring, you can hear his little like intakes, like inhales of breath. Oh my gosh, like I had to put AirPods in. Like if I forget them, I'm not getting sleep, like because it's like just that repetitive motion. And I just can't. Sniffing, wintertime, worst thing ever. Whenever you're taking a test in class and everyone's like, blow your nose, like it's not that hard, please go up, I don't care if it's embarrassing, like you're annoying everybody around you, like I know it's not just me. Like, I'm fuming. I can't. Like, that's all my mind's at is that freaking blowing, like, sniffing instead of just freaking, like, focusing on the test. Like, that's all I think about. Once it's in my ear, can't get out until I freaking, like, leave the class. So what's something in a guy that, like, you hate or is, like, an ick?
For me, like, the lying and, like, playing in my face. I think I figure, like, a lot of things out. Like, people are like, oh, you're so stalkerish. Like, but I think that's just, like, the instinct. Like, when your instinct's right and you're like, oh, shoot, like, how did I figure that out? Like, I figure everything out. I'm, like, call it what you want. I guess it was stalking. Like, I could, like, scroll through your following, I feel like, and find that girl that I feel like you're messing with and bring it up. And then you'd be like, no. But then I figure out, like, you're at their house till, like, 5 in the morning. And it's, like, that's not just a friend. Like, that's weird.
Yeah, that is. I'd also like to add, like, how, like, sneaky they are, too.
Yeah.
Like, tell me why. But if you, like, really want to find, like, a girlfriend, stick to one girl, because the girls, like, what's going to happen is the girls that you're talking to are going to find out and team up against you, and they're going to make it your fault, and they're going to hate you, because this has happened. So the guy I was talking to 2 other girls at the same time. We're all friends. We all hate him. We think he's, like, so immature. Like, why are you acting like that?
Because everyone finds out and then not, like, that makes you look bad. Like, we don't care how it doesn't make us look bad because you did it to us. But, like, it's, like, them thinking that we're not going to find out. Yeah, like, just be honest. Like, I don't care. I would rather you be honest and be like, yeah, I am kind of, like, I'm vibing with her, feeling her out, like. But, like, just be honest about it, because me finding out and, like, you lying about it, like, that just makes me, like, level 10. Like,
it makes 10 times worse.
I know there's a lot of, like, different AAU parents, and everyone, like, everyone's parents' reaction to an AAU game is kind of different. How do you, like, deal with your parents? Like, how would you describe, like, your parents are?
Okay, so first off, my parents are, like, really different from yours, because I know your mom's, like, crazy when it comes to sports, but I'd say my mom's really calm. after my game, but I feel like I need her to have like more energy and like be harder on me, because when she comes over to me after a game after I just sucked, she's like, it's okay, honey, like you'll get them next time, like you didn't really make a lot of mistakes. I'm like, Mom, I sucked, please just like be honest, because if you're not honest, then how am I gonna get better, and how am I gonna know that what I'm doing is right or wrong? Like I need her to like maybe yell at me. And then my dad's all about like his inspiration and like all of his words, because he used to play in the NHL, and so I picked up a lot of like inspiration and just like encouraging things to say to me. And I'm like, okay, like maybe you can tell me that a couple hours after the game, because after a game I'm so mad if I play bad. So my parents, if they try and talk to me, I'm like, no thank you.
I think like my mom especially, she's very hard, like she's very hard on me.
I want to know why you didn't shoot that shot, and I want an answer now. Where are you going to pull it out to?
But she expects the best. Like there's a very high expectation. But I think like meeting her standard is like good for me, because like her yelling at me and everything, like I'll get cussed out after games. Like there are times like where we get in the car and like I can't even get a word out. I'm just like, oh my gosh, I wish it would stop. Like there's sometimes like it's in one ear out the other, but then there's other times where I look back on it especially and I'm like, okay, like I needed to hear that. Like I needed to know that I sucked, because I think what you're saying, like if my parents always told me I was so good, I would be satisfied with what I was doing. Because you get into that thing like that, like satisfaction, and you're like, okay, like everyone's telling me I did good now, because there's always other parents that aren't your parents that are telling you did good just because like they know how
like the
your
fist
parents
bumps.
are.
Like,
I
love how Jaden's mom gives us a fist bump every time. Like even if we didn't play good.
So I think hearing that from my mom, like, hey, you sucked today. Like, why didn't you shoot that? Like, what were you thinking here? And then there's those conversations that are like, obviously she gives me my props. Like when you have a good game, it's like heart to heart. Like you had a great game. I'm so proud of you. Like you did this, that, and the third really good. Like you shared the ball. You weren't selfish. And then I think from my dad, from him being a high school football coach, he understands me a little more. Like not that my mom doesn't understand me, but him dealing with kids, like he knows what it's like after a game, like to have a bad game.
So sometimes I feel bad for you, but I'm like giggling because
I know,
like
it's
just
hard
watching
not to
your
laugh.
expressions, you're like trying to get a word in, and she cuts you off. She's like, no.
Or you answer with like, I don't know. And they're like, I don't know is not an answer.
Yes.
But then like walking around all of these AAU tournaments, like all these big convention centers and like these big players that have bad games, and like their parents are either the same way. Like everyone's getting yelled at. Like you see a bunch of tears in an AAU tournament. Mentally like draining sometimes. Like if you're not having a great weekend and it's one of the biggest live periods, like, and your parents are on you, your coaches are on you, you know you're not performing in front of all these coaches. I think that's really hard.
Also, like, looking at, like, the coaches, like, the college coach perspective, if they see you getting, like, cussed out, they're like, okay, like, so she can handle it just in case, like, we're a little hard on her. And I feel like that's also the case with Jamal, too, because he, like, screams at us, and he gets so many compliments from coaches, from colleges, about, like, how his girls just, like, listen to him and make eye contact with him, which I feel like is really important. Okay, so give me some examples of the times, like, your mom's been the most craziest, or the times that you remember.
She starts screaming at me, and I didn't shoot a wide open shot that I had, and I turned it over. I traveled instead. And she was just like, why didn't you shoot this shot? Like, what's wrong with you? Like, and I like made up, like, I said something. I can't remember exactly what I said, but I was probably like, I don't know. I probably said, I don't know. And she was like, no, you do know. She was like, you didn't want to miss. That's why you didn't shoot. And I was like, I thought in my head, like, no, I don't care about missing, but obviously you can't say that to her right now. Like, she's already so mad. And she just kept going on, like, why didn't you shoot that shot? Like, you came out after, like, you got benched. She was like, you should have shot that. There's coaches here, all this stuff. And I'm like, okay, like.
You're wide open! Right?
I started the first half, didn't start the second half. And she was like, and you didn't start the second half. And do you know why that is? Because you sucked. And I was like, oh my God, like that's so hard to hear after a game. Like, not only did I just have a bad game, but now I'm coming off and I'm listening to my mom, like, she's just killing me. And I like couldn't get a word out. I kept saying, I don't know. Cause like in that moment, you're like, what do you say? Like, just like, you want to have the conversation be over. And she's like, I don't know is not an answer. And I'm like, oh my God. Okay, guys. So now it's time for Mia's advice of the day. So obviously with my knee, I had a hard time in the beginning with like my mind being right. Like, was this like my peak for basketball? I put all in this hard work. What's happening now? Like, obviously I'm out now. So what's the next step? I think one of my biggest pieces that I'm taking away from this now is like keeping your mind in the right headspace, whether that's you have to hang out with your friends or doing something that you love without, like, obviously for me, I love playing basketball, but now I have to find something else that I love to bring my joy back to playing basketball again. So that's like coloring for some people, that's shopping for me. I love to spend money, so I'm like online shopping the whole time while I'm hurt. I think just switching your mindset and really getting into like positive, being very positive. Like after this happened, after I figured out what happened for sure, like that's when I switched my mindset and I was like, all right, okay, I'm okay. This has happened to so many of the greats in basketball. Like Paige Beckers has done it how many times now? And she's come back better now, and she's gonna probably have one of like the biggest college seasons this year. So thinking about that, it's like not only is this gonna make me like a better person because now I'm going to focus on myself during this time, like getting my mind right, mental health, everything right, and then when I'm able to play basketball again, being able to be a better basketball player.
All right, guys. Thanks for watching. It's Her Time podcast. And make sure to follow us on all social media platforms.
Also, we are giving away these Jordan 1 retros. All you have to do is follow all social media and on Instagram, tag 2 people.
Yep.
Bye, guys.